Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our next topic in the discussion on this short story, A Good Man is Hard to Find. Today we are going to discuss the main characters of the story, especially stressing onto the two main characters of grandmother and the misfit, as they are very important from examination point of view. عزیز طلبہ و طالبات، یہ آج کا ہمارا موضوع اس کہانی کے مرکزی کردار، اگرچہ اس میں مائنر کریکٹرز بھی ہیں، بچے خاص طور پر، اور وہ جو ڈائنر کا مالک ہے، جیسے کہ آپ پچھلی اس کی گزشتہ مختصر سمری میں دیکھ چکے ہیں. لیکن ہماری کنسرن جو ہے مین، وہ بیٹے اس کے جو دو مین کریکٹر ہیں، خاص طور پر گرینڈ مدر کا کردار اور مس فٹ کا کردار، جو کہ امتحان میں اکثر جو ہے وہ پوچھے جاتے ہیں، ہم ان کے ساتھ جو ہے وہ ڈیبیٹ کریں گے. تاہم ضمنی کرداروں کا حوالہ بھی ساتھ ساتھ رہے گا، خاص طور پر وہ اس کا جو بیٹا ہے چپ سادے ہوئے، جو خاندان کا سربراہ ہونے کے باوجود جو ہے گرینڈ مدر کے ہاتھوں جو ہے وہ اپنے پورے خاندان کا نام ختم کروانے کا ذمہ دار قرار دیا جا سکتا ہے. تو آئیے اپنے آج کی ڈسکشن کا آغاز کرتے ہیں. Dear students, the opening scene of A Good Man is Hard to Find introduces us to an unappealing family, a vain and manipulative grandmother, her taciturn son, that is self-centered type of son, خاموش طبع سا وہ لڑکا اس کا بیلی, his passive wife and baby, and their difficult children, June Star and John Wesley, representing the modern children of today's city living. The family plans to travel on vacation from their home in Georgia to the state of Florida. Alarmed by news accounts of an escaped convict, the misfit, the grandmother, attempts to persuade, rather misinform and misguide the family to change their route, their vacation destination, away from the vicinity of the fugitive, as it is described in the newspaper that he is found in the nearabouts of Florida. Derided for her concern, she responds by concealing her cat in the car against her son's wishes, without letting the family know that she is hiding the cat, her pet. She hides it in a basket. During their long trip through Georgia, the grandmother relates the story of a nearby plantation house with a secret panel in it, and the children are intrigued by this imaginary story of the grandmother. As the story fires the children's interest, consequently forcing Belly to take an unplanned detour down a rough dirt road, side road from the main road, in search of the house. That is a mystery told by grandmother. Suddenly, the grandmother realizes that her memory has deceived her, and in her acute embarrassment, she involuntarily releases the cat from its hiding place, the basket, causing Belly to lose control of the car. As the family members struggle to free themselves from the ensuing wreck of the car, three men in an ominous black car appear on the scene. The grandmother's blurted recognition of the misfit seals her family's fate then and there, and in spite of her desperate attempts to win the convict's confidence and heart, each is taken separately into the woods and shot one by one. Left alone with the misfit, the grandmother tries to bargain for her life by calling on him to pray and calling him his son, rather. At the end, He responds by complaining that Jesus offers him no choice between blind faith or violent nihilism, and his pain unexpectedly moves the grandmother to a feeling of kinship with the misfit. As she reaches out to touch him physically, touching him on the shoulder, telling him that he is just like a son to her. However, he reacts by shooting her 3 times in the chest and she dies on the spot. And thus, the disaster is complete for the family. They are annihilated from the face of the earth by a killer. Dear students, as we have seen in the brief summary and storyline of this short story, that there are minor characters as well. The 2 children and the red Sammy, the owner of the restaurant, especially. But we will discuss only the main characters. We are concerned with the main characters of this story. First of all is the son, Belly, who is surely ये सरबराह अदारा है, ये सरबराह ख़ानदान के तौर पर बेली का किरदार हमारे लिए इंटरेस्टिंग भी है और इम्पोर्टेंट भी है. ही इज़ ड्राइविंग द फैमिली एंड ही ड्राइव्स मिसगाइडेड एज misinformed by grandmother to the disaster place where the family faces death, bloodshed, and annihilation. Atlanta resident with a wife and 3 children and his mother is John Belly. He crashes their car on a family trip to Florida when he gives in to his mother's and children's wishes to visit an old plantation house with a secret panel. Although not much is revealed about Belly's character in the story, he struggles with being the head of the family. This is the only point of discussion about his character, that he is the head of the family, but he leaves this headship to his old mother, who is rather now superseding every activity the family is supposed to do. He has little to control over his disobedient children. Rather, no control, you may say. He has little, rather, no control over his disobedient children, giving in to their demands to stop and see the house with the secret panel. Likewise, you may say that he has no control either on his mother as well. She just misguides, although she is afraid of his angry mood, but she is a very cunning lady who very cunningly misguides and misinforms and just detracts them from the main route and puts them in danger, total annihilation at the end. He also seems to put up with a lot of his mother's drama, intrigue, because in the beginning of the story it is noted that she seizes any chance to let him know what is on her mind. He is the first to be murdered in the family. अब ये चूँकि सरबराह फैमिली भी है, तो एक तो इसकी कोताही जो है राइटर ने उसको हाईलाइट करने की कोशिश की है कि इस डिज़ास्टर की जिम्मेदारी बुनियादी तौर पर बेली पर आयद होती है. जितनी ग्रैंड मदर पर है उतनी ही इस पर भी है कि इसने समझदारी का सबूत नहीं दिया. ही इज़ अनएबल टू गार्ड his family. He is unable to protect his family from the upcoming danger. He should have decided that the tour will go to a neat and clean place, to a city area in like Florida on vacation. अगर ये जाना ही था इन टूरेज लेकर तो इसकी जिम्मेदारी थी, तो मिसगाइड ना होता, समझदारी का सबूत देता. बट ही इज़ अगेन presented as a person who is bullied by grandmother. तो ये जो है इसका डिसीव हो जाना, बुली हो जाना अपनी उस बूढ़ी औरत के सामने, दिस इज़ a failure in character. Dear students, then comes the most important character in the story, and that is of grandmother, who has not been given any name in the story, but just she is called a grandmother, titled as grandmother only. Belly's mother, who lives with the family, is the grandmother. She is not identified by name in the story. The grandmother is a very close minded individual. She has her own set ideals on morality, religion, etiquettes, and everything, and virtue, which she believes everyone should uphold. Her own set of ideals, impractical type of conventional ideas she has got. Her values can be seen when she always dresses up to appear like a lady, very snobbish. The first point. Apparently, she appears to be a very snobbish lady. Or when she criticizes her grandchildren for not being respectful. The second thing is she is always criticizing others without looking into her own mistakes and errors as a human being. She thinks of herself as superior. ये तीसरी बात, दूसरों से अपने आप को बालातर समझती है, थिंकिंग वाइज भी और हर तरह से, बिकॉज शी इज एबल टू मेंटेन हर प्रीशियस स्टैंडर्ड्स, व्हेयर शी इज एक्चुअली एक्सट्रीमली हाइपोक्रिटिकल टाइप ऑफ वोमैन. ये एंड पर हमें चलता है कि पता चलता है कि शी इज़ ए हॉलो लेडी हु हैज़ गॉट नथिंग सॉलिड विद इन हर करेक्टर. ऊपर से स्नोबिश है, सुपरफिशियल है, लेकिन अंदर से कोई ठोस आइडियल इसके पास नहीं है. अगरचे ये मज़हब का प्रचार बहुत करती है अपनी गुफ्तगू में, बट शी हर सेल्फ हैज़ गॉट नो solid religious ground. She is extremely a hypocritical woman. By becoming so wrapped up in her old-fashioned mentality of others' character, she becomes a selfish and judgmental woman. और ये एक और खामी, बहुत बड़ी कमज़ोरी, बल्कि दूसरों को जो है वो नसीहत करना और ख़ुद मियाँ फजीहत होना, ये खुद जो है वो अपनी खामियों को नहीं पहचानती है, दूसरों के बारे में बड़ी जजमेंटल है. ये फ़लाँ इस तरह से है, फ़लाँ इस तरह से है, तो ये फफे कुटनी टाइप माई है. तो ओल्ड फैशनड मेंटेलिटी है, दूसरों के किरदार के अंदर कीड़े निकालती फिरती है. शी फाइंड्स फॉल्ट्स विद अदर्स, बट शी हर सेल्फ इज़ वेरी हॉलो फ्रॉम विदन, वेरी सेल्फिश एंड जजमेंटल टाइप ऑफ वोमन. Her hypocritical ways can be seen when she becomes absorbed in pleading for her life and never once asking the misfit to spare her family's lives. वहाँ होना तो ये चाहिए था कि एक बेटा उसके सामने मारा जा रहा है तो वो उसके लिए जो है वो सेक्रीफाइस करती, माँ की मोहब्बत उसके दिल में मौजन होती, या उसके पोते पोतियाँ, वो उससे भी ज़्यादा माएँ दादियाँ तो अपने बच्चों से बहुत प्यार करती हैं. But she has got nothing. She shows no emotions for the family. She is very selfish. Rather, she is just thinking about her own life at the end, when she is trying to sympathize with the misfit. Rather, it is very ironic in the story that uh, without having any showing any emotions for the family, she shows emotions for the misfit, the brute, the killer, the criminal. She has a realization, finally understanding her weaknesses. Right after this moment, she is murdered like the rest of her family. आखिर में अगरचे उसे अपनी कमज़ोरियों का एहसास तो होता है, खामी का, कि मेरे अंदर बहुत बड़ा खला था, लेकिन now the time is gone. This realization bears no fruit for her. She is killed like other members of her family, brutally by the killer. Dear students, this unnamed grandmother in this short story, A Good Man is Hard to Find, considers herself morally superior to others by virtue of her being a lady, and she freely and frequently passes judgment on others. She claims that her conscience is a guiding star, guiding force in her life, such as when she tells Belly that her conscience would not allow her to take the children in the same direction as the misfit is supposed to be wandering about. She criticizes the children's mother for not traveling to a place that would allow the children to be broad, and she compares the mother's face to a cabbage. She chastises John Wesley for not having more respect for Georgia, his home state. She also takes any opportunity to judge the lack of goodness in people in the world today. During all this, she proudly wears her carefully selected dress and hat and certain that being a lady is the most important virtue of all, one that she alone harbors. तो बेटे ये इसकी जो वो है ना सुपरियोरिटी कम्प्लेक्स, ये जो है इसकी एक बहुत बड़ी कमज़ोरी और खामी बनकर जो है वो हमारे सामने आता है. She finds faults with others while she is herself a hollow human being. The grandmother never turns her critical eye on herself to inspect her own hypocrisy, dishonesty, and selfishness, and snobbery above all. For example, the conscience the mother invokes at the beginning of the story is conveniently silent when she sneaks pity, saying the cat into the car, lies to the children about the secret panel, and opts not to reveal that she made a mistake about the location of the house. तो ये कितनी बड़ी ये सेल्फिशनेस है, हाइपोक्रेसी है, हॉलोनेस है कि खुद झूठ बोलती है बच्चों से, अपने बेटे से, कि अपनी मानो बिल्ली जो कि उनके डिज़ास्टर का बायस बाद में बनती है उसको छुपा कर ले जा रही है. बच्चों को भी वो एक सीक्रेट पैनल की झूठी दास्तान सुना के उनको एक्साइट करती है, और फिर जब पता चल जाता है अपनी गलती का एहसास हो जाता है तो कन्फेस नहीं करती है और उन्हें मौका पर बता देती है अगर कि मेरी जो है ना वो याददाश्त जवाब दे गई है तो शायद वो इस डिज़ास्टर से बच जाते, फैमिली कुड हैव बीन सेव्ड. तो ये उसकी अपनी लाइज हैं, उसके अंदर की हाइपोक्रेसी है जो फैमिली की तबाही का बायस बनी आखिरकार. फिजिकली द कैट टर्न्स इनटू a stimulus to turn over the car and then उसके झूठ जो हैं वो बुनियाद बन जाते हैं इस तबाही की, बर्बादी की. Then the misfit systematically murders the family one by one. The grandmother never once begs him to spare her children or grandchildren. तो इसको हम कहेंगे pitiless nature of the woman. She is very selfish. She does, however, plead for her own life because she can't imagine the misfit wanting to kill a lady. ये एक और इसे ये खबत ये है कि ये शायद मिसफिट उसे जो है वो एक लेडी समझते हुए जो है शायद नहीं मारेगा, लेकिन वो इसको भी आकर में मार देता है. She seems certain that he will recognize and respect her moral code, कि ये चूँकि इसका moral code बड़ा हाई है इस औरत का और वो ज़ाहरी तौर पर भी एक लेडी लग रही है तो इसको नहीं मारना है, as though it will mean something to him despite his criminal ways. She tries to draw him into her world by assuring him. फिर कोशिश करती है कि गुफ्तगू से उसको जो है वो अपनी वो इस मसनूई दुनिया में ले आए, that he is a good man. और उसको वो क्या करती है, इसको कहते हैं हवा भरना कि तुम बहुत अच्छे आदमी हो, मेरे बेटे जैसे हो. But even though he agrees with her assessment of him, he doesn't see this as a reason to spare her life and kills her in spite of all her efforts to beguile that murderer only for herself, not for the sake of the family. So this is a very, very hollow character we face in this very story. Dear students, just like a tragic drama where the main character or the main characters come to a self-revelation at the end, realizing their uh, flaw in character. In the same way, this woman, grandmother, also comes to a self-revelation, but no, the time is over, the game is over. Only when the grandmother is facing death in her final moments alone with the misfit does she understand where she has gone wrong in her life. But no, this is all futile. This is to no avail now. अब इसको कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है, अपनी खामियों और कमज़ोरियों का अब इसने जान तो लिया है, लेकिन अब वक्त गुजर गया, हाथ से निकल गया है. Instead of being superior, she realizes she is flawed like everyone else. She is as criminal as the misfit himself is. When she tells the misfit that he is one of her own children, she is showing that she has found the ability to see others with compassion and understanding. But this compassion and understanding about others is no meaningless. It is futile. This is a moment of realization, one that is immediately followed by her death. That is, again, the tragic death, the tragedy in a classical sense. तो बड़े बिल्कुल एक क्लासिकल ड्रामे की तरह से जो है वो इसका जो ट्रेजिक एंड है उसमें मुसन्निफ ने बड़ी खूबसूरती से इसको परोया है कि सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन जो है आखिर में वो गेन करती है, और यही वो होता है जिस मॉरल कोड जो है वो कन्वे करता है राइटर अपनी तहरीर के ज़रिए से. ट्रेजिक ड्रामाज में भी आपने देखा कि ट्रेजिडियन जो हैं वो कैसे जो है वो एक किरदार को जो है वो आखिर पर जो सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन, सेल्फ रिकग्निशन में ले आते हैं कि उन्हें अपनी गलती का, खामी का, कमज़ोरी का पता चल जाता है. ये औरत भी इस पर जो है वो वाशगाफ होता है कि मैंने सारी ज़िंदगी मसनूईपन के साथ सुपरफिशियल लाइफ गुजारी है. ए हॉलो लाइफ आई हैव स्पेंट, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली नो टाइम इज़ ओवर, द गेम इज़ गॉन, एंड नाउ द क्रूअल फेट हैज़ डिसाइडेड समथिंग फॉर हर, एज selfishness, our own self has become a disaster for her. तो इसके अपनी ज़ात का खोखलापन जो है ना सिर्फ इसके लिए तबाही लेकर आया है बल्कि इसकी ख़ानदान की एनिहिलेशन का बायस भी बना है. तो शी इज़ नॉट ओनली द विक्टिम ऑफ फेट, शी इज़ आल्सो विक्टिम ऑफ हर ओन निगलेक्ट ऑफ हर वीकनेस, द निगलेक्ट ऑफ द रियलिटी ऑफ लाइफ. Dear students, next important and main character in this short story is the character of the misfit. Again, just like the grandmother, he has not been named here. He is presented as the misfit, the criminal, who is a misfit for society. Societies always hate these types of people. Law never ever compromises with these kinds of people. तो जैसे कि नाम से बेटे ज़ाहिर है, जो नाम इसे दिया गया है, रिकग्निशन, आइडेंटिटी दी गई है कहानी में मिसफिट, ये ख़ुद से ज़ाहिर करता है कि ये जो है वो मुआशरे के ख़िलाफ़ अमल करने वाला, मुआशरे की सेट पैटर्न्स को तबाह करने वाला एक मिसफिट है जो माशरे में अपने आप को पूरी तरह से एब्जॉर्ब नहीं कर सका. और अगर आप इसके किरदार को जब तक ग्रैंड मदर के किरदार से कंपेयर नहीं करते हैं तो कहानी पूरी तरह से खुलकर आपके सामने नहीं आती है. ग्रैंड मदर हर सेल्फ वाज अ मिसफिट, एज यू हैव नोटिस्ड गोइंग थ्रू द ट्रेट्स ऑफ हर करेक्टर, हर करेक्टराइजेशन बाय द स्टोरी टेलर ओकॉनर. तो बेटे ये बिल्कुल जैसे ग्रैंड मदर जो थी, शी वॉज आल्सो ए मिसफिट हु compromises the safety of her family by her selfish nature, snobbish behavior, the hypocrisy she bore all her life. In the same way, this misfit, the criminal, is also a hollow being. Although the writer has presented him as a solid being in the face of the grandmother, comparing these two characters, the writer has given the misfit the upper hand, unfortunately, bringing out some positivity out of his negative character. اوکونر نے بیٹے مسفٹ کے کردار میں جو ہے نا وہ آئیڈیل کے حساب سے اسے مضبوط قرار دیا ہے کہ آفٹر آل اگرچہ یہ ایک غلط راستے کو اپنائے ہوئے ہے، لیکن اس عورت کے مقابلے میں جو کہ ایک غلط تصورات کے پیچھے بھاگتی رہی اور شو یہ کرتی رہی کہ آئی ایم دا رائٹ پرسن، although she was not a right person at all. She was a wrong person in the garb of a right person. This person, although he is a wrong person, but he has got some ideals which he very well, sticks to them very well, very strongly, bravely. A misguided, escaped prisoner who stumbles upon Belly's family after they have crashed is the character of the misfit. He orders his fellow escapees, fellow criminals, to systematically murder the entire family, and he personally shoots the grandmother multiple times after their conversation, long conversation and dialogue about religion, about existence in the world, and etc. In the last moments of the grandmother's life, the misfit discusses his personal philosophies, his life achievements, his exploits as a criminal indeed. First, he believes that he is innocent of the unknown crime he committed that put him in jail. This is why he calls himself the misfit, because he says his conviction was a mistake. The misfit also has no spiritual beliefs. Therefore, he relies on himself to be his moral compass. When the grandmother tries to appeal to his mercy with religion, he immediately dismisses her and the religious connotations she gives to him. He questions the meaning of life and has thoroughly examined his experiences to make sense of his current position. With his violent, wanton killing, the misfit seems an unlikely source to look to for spiritual or moral guidance. But he demonstrates a deep conviction that the other characters lack there in the story. Unlike the grandmother, who simply assumes that she is morally superior to everyone else, the misfit seriously questions the meaning of life and his role in the greater scheme of life in it. He has carefully considered his actions in life and examined his experiences to find lessons within them. He has even renamed himself because of one of these lessons, believing that his punishment didn't fit his crime. Because the misfit has questioned himself and his life so closely, he reveals self awareness that the grandmother lacks. After all, he knows he is not a great man, but he also knows that there are others worse than him. He forms rudimentary philosophies such as no player but meanness and the crime doesn't do not matter at all. These small philosophies of his character show him a steady character. He is a criminal, although yet he is a steady character. وہ جو اپنے جرم کے لیے تعویلیں کرتا ہے ان کو رائٹر نے جو ہے نا وہ مضبوط تعویلیں جو وہ گردانا ہے کہ his argumentation and philosophy presented in shape of philosophies, perceptions, beliefs of this criminal are much stronger than the arguments, the concepts, the beliefs of grandmother. Apparently, the misfits' philosophies may be depraved, but they are consistent. He is a criminal. Surely, his philosophies are full of criminal content, but his philosophy of life is consistent and persistent. Unlike the grandmother, whose moral code changes time to time, falls apart the moment it is challenged, the misfit has a steady view of life and acts according to what he believes is right. His beliefs and actions are not moral in the conventional sense, but they are strong and consistent, and therefore gave him a strength of conviction that the grandmother lacks. Twisted as it might be, he can rely on his moral code to guide his actions. The grandmother cannot, and in the last moments of her life, she recognizes his strength and her weaknesses. O'Connor called the misfit a prophet gone wrong. This is important, and indeed, if he had applied his moral integrity to a less depraved and criminal lifestyle, he could have been considered a true preacher, pillar, or teacher. तो अगर ये गलत रास्ता इंतखाब ना करता अपने लिए ज़िंदगी का तो यकीनन एक अच्छा इंसान बन सकता था. तो आयरनिक जो टाइटल है कहानी का, अगर आप उस पर नज़र रखें, ए गुड मैन इज़ हार्ड टू फाइंड, द राइटर हैज़ इंडीड presented the misfit as a good man, although he kills the family inhumanly, without any mercy, without any pity, inhuman killing, without any apparent reason at all. लेकिन उसको फिर भी जो है वो एक गुड मैन के तौर पर जो है वो राइटर ने पेंट करने की कोशिश की है. आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ द ग्रैंड मदर शी इज़ एबल टू फाइंड a good man at last, you may say. Okay, dear students, thank you very much for participating in today's discussion. See you soon, inshallah, in next question of ours about this author. Till then, it is Allah Hafiz and goodbye. Thank you very much again. Dear students, thank you very much for participating in today's discussion about the main characters of this short story. See you soon in our next discussion. Till then, it is Allah Hafiz and goodbye. Thank you very much again.